Should we be surprised by this? Should we be surprised by the fact that Casper Ruud has lost as the last year's runner-up in the third round of the Miami Masters against Botic Van de Zandschulp? Should we be surprised by the fact that Casper Ruud hasn't won in a back-to-back matches in 2023? Or should we be surprised by the fact that Casper is outside of the top 80 in the race to the ATP finals? In my opinion, we shouldn't, and I don't want to kick a man while he is down, but his woes on the tennis court this year have been too glaring to ignore. It's as simple as that. I want you to listen to the list of players that he has lost to this year. Matteo Berrettini, who is having an awful season himself, but at least he can kinda sorta blame the injuries for his inability to play great tennis, unlike Casper Ruud. He lost to Laszlo Djere on hard courts, which is crazy. Then he lost to Jenson Brooksby, and even though he is an annoying pest, still it's not a good look to lose to him. Taro Daniel has been on a roll as of late, but come on, he's still barely in the top 100. Then he lost to Christian Garin at Indian Wells in the third round matchup, and now we have come to the most recent loss against the Dutchman. Casper's best win this year was against Diego Schwartzman, and again, we know that Diego has been struggling for quite some time now. So this is probably the perfect time to remind you all that Casper Ruud is a top 5 player in the world right now, rankings wise. I don't think that I need to explain why these results are not up to top 5 player standards, but I guess I can't blame him for this ranking, because he did take advantage of his fortunes last year. Therefore he was presented with chances to be this high in the rankings, and he took those chances by winning matches that he should have won, getting some lucky draws and some fortunate wins where he wasn't favored. So again, I can't blame him for doing his best. Unfortunately for him, tides have been shifted this year, which just proves that he undoubtedly peaked last season. There is a glimmer of hope for him as the clay courts are coming back, but again, his results were so good in 2022 that I'm not even sure that the clay court swing is the life jacket that he needs in order to get out of the ocean of his bad results in 2023. But now let's move on from disappointment to something that makes me happy, and is that Bianca Andreescu is coming back to the level that she was always supposed to be at if it wasn't for injuries. Can my joy for her be a bit premature? Of course, but sports and overreactions go together like peanut butter and jelly, so you can bet your life savings that I will overreact from time to time. And I'm not trying to act like a white knight here, but another layer from my elation for Bianca stems from the fact that in the world where male players like Dominic Thiem are still praised for quote-unquote positive signs in his game, almost a year after his full-fledged return to the tour, women need to be as good as they were at their peak right after the injury hiatus, which is just not fair. And even though it took some time and hard work for Andreescu to come back to being a feared opponent, I'm happy that she has found joy in playing tennis again and is able to beat 2 Grand Slam winners and a top 10 player en route to the 4th round, where she will play an opposition that she can definitely overcome. This segment of the video has potential to age badly, but I do not fear that something like that can happen because I'm confident that Bianca is money. Also, quick shout out to Tommy Paul, Frances Tiafoe and Barbora Krejcikova for playing great tennis this season and still being a bit under the radar. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, but remember, until next time, take it easy, my friend.